Ever feel like you can't afford the look that you want in your kitchen because the renovations are just too expensive? Trust me, you're not alone. In this episode, I'm going to break down exactly what you're going to need to do to have a brand new kitchen renovation and do it on a budget. Option number one, what you want to do is sort of look at what you can do for your kitchen cabinets themselves specifically. Now, it is really popular for people to rip out all of their old cabinets and put in something brand new. There's nothing wrong with that, and if you have the budget, I would highly recommend it because you're going to get a great return even when you decide to sell that house in the future. However, if you're looking to live in that house and you want to keep the existing cabinetry because you're trying to save a little bit, here's something that you could do. Go to your local big box store or on Amazon and look for some spray paint. Now, can you hear it? You can't spray paint cabinets. That's a horrible thing to do. No, trust me. I've done it on a number of times across numerous properties and I've never had an issue with one of them. So what you're going to do is after you get your favorite color from one of these local stores, pick up about 3 or 4 cans. You're going to need quite a few depending on how big the kitchen is. But I find that around 3 or 4 can fit a kitchen that's about 100 square foot kitchen. Now, grab that can. Make sure you mask off everything because the first thing you're going to need to do is prep everything. So the prep work is going to be all the paper, tape, and everything you're going to do to section off the cabinets so that when you spray it, you're not going to get backsplatter over everything. After you have everything completely taped off, you get your favorite spray paint, you spray those cabinets down, make sure you have nice even strokes as you go across. Don't hold your finger in any one spot too long because what will end up happening is you're going to get a lot of bleed or overspray and you're going to get runny lines that start to run down. So grab the can, spray nice even sprays, do 1 coat. Even if you don't get an entire coverage across the whole thing, that's okay. When you do the second coat, possibly a third, depending on how good the coverage is with the spray you buy, you'll actually be able to get a much better finish in the end and you'll have something that looks very neat, very nice, very new. You're also going to want to make sure you swap out all of your handles. Now, when you're doing that prep work for your cabinets, you're going to have all those handles taken off and everything prepared for it. The next thing you're going to do, you're actually going to measure the distance from one handle to the next. Now, if you have existing handles and whether it's a single hole or if it's 2 holes, you're still going to want to make sure that you take that dimension because those are going to be what you use to go on Amazon to figure out the spacing so that the new handles that you buy fit the existing holes of the cabinet handles that you once had before. Now, why is that important? Well, 2 things. 1, because you don't want to make sure you drill new holes, but 2, you also want to find something that's not going to require too much additional work for yourselves. So after you find your favorite cabinet color, the one thing I will always recommend is to find something that contrasts it. If you have a white cabinet, go with a dark or maybe even a nickel handle. If you have a black cabinet, maybe you want to go with a brass or a white handle or a wood handle. All you want to do is create enough depth by having some contrast in the cabinet itself from the handle choice that you choose. Another thing I want you to do as well is to consider going butcher block. The reason why I like butcher block is because you can actually save a ton of money in doing this. A lot of times people have stone countertops, figure granite from like the 90s, and it looks ugly as hell. And the best thing you can do is rip that out and just completely get rid of it if you're looking to change the feel of your kitchen. Now, some people are going to say, well, it's a stone. Why would you want to get rid of stone? Nothing's wrong with that. In fact, there are also options that you can paint and roll over the top of your existing stone. Now, I've heard a lot of heat, and I've heard a lot of people say you can't do that. It's not going to hold up over time, and I think it's all BS. Because nowadays, people understand, people being big companies, that everyone is looking for a way to do a kitchen renovation on a budget. All things on a budget. So they make a lot of products today that are not the same like they did 5 years ago. The products that they're making today are specifically for people who are looking to do DIY renovations without breaking the bank. So try out one of these options if you want to keep your existing stone. You can find a lot of options on Amazon, and we're going to link to some of those that I've used personally and had great success with them. However, I've been finding if you want a warmer look to your kitchen, the butcher block option is going to do that for you. After you have your stone ripped out, maybe you need to hire a demo guy to do it, or you could do it yourselves if you can release the glue from the countertop itself to what's holding down the cabinet. But assuming you can get it out there for a relatively inexpensive cost, a butcher block option is also a really great choice because most big box stores carry them. You can actually find some nice 8-foot long sections and cut them down into smaller pieces and have them put on top of your existing cabinets. What's great about that is if you couple couple that with the new spray paint option that you went with and the new handle choice, you will greatly affect the look and the change and the feel of your kitchen, well, again, without spending a whole lot of money. The next thing I want you to focus on are your appliances. A lot of people are living with old white appliances. The handles are disgusting. There's grease all over it. It's literally just a walking filth trap. The best thing you can do for yourself, go on Facebook Marketplace, go on Offerup, look for some local guys that you can get, and they sell them all over the place. What they are appliance stores that people sell secondhand appliances for. Now, why is this important? Every day, people are going around and they're selling a lot of their appliances to these companies because they're renovating their kitchen and they're spending tens of thousands of dollars. Now, why is that good for you? Well, what they're doing is they're taking all those appliances, getting rid of them, and they're allowing these companies to sell them secondhand. Now, I've done this for a number of houses, and let me tell you, I have saved literally thousands of dollars because appliances are some of the most expensive line items on a kitchen renovation. So, for an example, I'm going to show you guys a fridge that I bought here, $250. I'm going to show you a dishwasher I bought, $250, and a stove, also $250. For $750, I got 3 appliances that work phenomenally. One of them is brand new, and only 2 of them have been used very lightly. Now, what ended up happening was the person that was renovating their kitchen had a stove and a fridge. Thankfully, after this person this secondhand appliance store picked up both the fridge and the stove, he then reached out to me because he knows I'm renovating properties and said like, hey Jay, I've got 2 appliances, maybe you can use them, let me know what you think, which was perfect. So because he called me directly and he told me that he had some stuff that he can give me, he gave it to me at a great price as long as I bought both of them. So for $500, I was able to pick up the stove and the fridge and couple them with a brand new dishwasher that I bought from a secondhand store, which was actually brand new. The only issue with it is that it had a little dent in the corner, which I'll show you guys what that looks like. Now, I was able to get one of those appliances brand new, and for the ones that I got that were on discount, they offered me a warranty because they understand that sometimes when you sell some of these, you don't always get pieces that are working. But this guy assured me that both of them were used inside of his store, had them plugged in, had them tested, had any repairs done to it, and said that they are all in great working condition. In addition to that, they both look pretty good. What I love about this as well is that even though he knew me and he knew he was going to give it to me at a discount, he still offered me a warranty for 1 year so that in case anything were to happen, he would just replace it to me for free. So what did that do? That actually saved me about $1,500 on the fridge alone, and it saved me at least another $500 on the stove. Literally forgetting something that came at a discount just because it came from someone else's house and they didn't want it anymore because they're upgrading everything that was already in there. Now, what that can mean for you is a massive savings. So again, if you're looking to have a huge savings in your pocket, then you want to make sure you look at buying secondhand appliances. Now, are there going to be some people that have an issue with secondhand appliances? Of course, they're always going to be. But we're talking about doing a renovation on a budget and still getting something that looks great. I've done it, again, on a number of houses, and I've always had people come by and ask me, hey, where'd you get your fridge from? Hey, where'd you get your stove from? Because they just assumed that it was new, because what I have everyone do is send me photos of what they would look like before I even have it delivered. That way, I can minimize the look of it being something that's dented or dirty, so that I don't run into that issue when it's already delivered. The last thing I want to talk about here when it comes to your kitchen renovation is your backsplash. Now, a backsplash is really key because in a backsplash, it really changes the look and the feel of the kitchen. So what I always recommend people to do is look for a tile that's $4.99 or cheaper. That's a good price range to be in for a backsplash tile. Now, there are some other options that I want to present to you guys. So if you're looking for a tile specifically, $4.99 under, keep that number in mind. There are something that I just found recently. This guy. I actually found this on Amazon and I'm installing it right now into a kitchen nearby. What I love about this, you can cut this with a pair of scissors, and when it's all said and done, it looks phenomenal. Like if you see this on a wall, this looks like a brand new stone. What I love about most instances like this is because a lot of people, when they're looking for that DIY, that budgetary renovation, they're always looking for things that look like the stuff that's high end but doesn't come with the price tag. This is exactly one of those things, and I'm going to make sure at the end of it I show you guys exactly what that looks like. Now, why is that also really important? Well, a lot of times if you go with a tile, you have to hire a professional or contractor to do it. And a lot of the examples that I'm giving you guys today, these are ways in which you can renovate your properties yourself and still get that high-end look. So if you're looking to do something where you're going to be able to put up a backsplash and you don't have all the tools and the mud that you would typically need to do the tile, going with something like this would be a great option. A third option that you can do is actually wallpaper. Now, I wallpaper just about everything from bathrooms to bedrooms to living rooms, even sometimes in kitchens. And the reason why I do it is because it's another way for you to have a great savings. Amazon, Etsy, a lot of companies sell wallpaper options that are great because they're repeating patterns, and if they're not, they will customize it to the size of the kitchen or space that you have. So if you're looking for something that you can use right now to save on your backsplash, your tile, your time, your energy, consider one of those 3 options because I'm sure it'll be fitting for exactly what you're looking for. You guys enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this. And until next time, I'll catch you in the next video.